Hey, it's Luke, and in this video, we're going to talk about the concept of discipline versus deprival. And we're going to make a key distinction between the two, because if you do, you can unlock a lot more success. You can increase the likelihood that you're going to be able to drop that bad habit or get into the good habit that you're taking on to try and change your life. So the difference between discipline and deprival is simply discipline has set time limits or constraints in which you engage in the behavior you're trying to stop doing. And deprival is this black and white mentality where it's all or nothing, and you either are not doing it or you are doing it. And let's use food for the example, because I think that's the thing that most people can relate to, myself included, where you start a diet and then all of a sudden you think that you're gonna run 30 days or 90 days or completely drop sugar from your diet, right? I think we've all been there at one point where we're like, I'm gonna stop eating crap, and it starts tomorrow after we get a quick binge in, and it's black or white in our minds. We're never gonna do this again, right? That is deprival. And you will ultimately break, and you'll eat that candy bar or whatever your thing is, and then you'll beat yourself up and you'll probably spiral down. This is what deprival always leads to, whether that's deprival in food, deprival in sex or masturbation, or bad behaviors in terms of spending. Anything that is a typical temptation and addiction, if you deprive yourself, it usually ends in failure. Now, sometimes people can deprive themselves and flip a switch, and for some people, if you're really deep in the pool of addiction, flipping the switch and just cutting off completely can help. Sometimes in certain periods of my life, that's been the game changer, but more often than not, I see in myself and in others that implementing discipline typically works better if you're chasing long-lasting change. So discipline in my eyes would be a set amount of time in this food example where we are going to, let's say, eat clean on the weekdays, all of the weekdays, and on Saturday and Sunday we allow ourselves to eat some of the things that we were disciplining ourselves to not eat during the week. You create these constraints, being time constraints or amount constraints in the food example, and you're going to operate by discipline. So you're setting up these principles that you're going to act by, and you use these as a compass to determine if you're on track or not. However, you're not limiting yourself and restricting yourself, being strict in that you are still allowing yourself to engage in that behavior from time to time. However, it is scheduled and it is structured. And with this approach, it often will help you not spiral down out of control, because when you engage in the behavior, you're not a failure in your own eyes. If you have planned and you're expecting to do that thing that you're trying to stop doing, well, you're all of a sudden, it's going to feel right, and you're going to feel like a success instead of a failure when you engage in that behavior. And then you're going to continue to do the things that you want to do and stop doing the things that you want to stop doing. So that's discipline and deprival, and the differences between the two. And if it wasn't clear, my recommendation is to engage in discipline and skip the deprival if you're actually trying to make a long-lasting change. I hope that helps. Like the video and subscribe if you want more like it, and we will talk soon. Thanks.